My name is Eissabeth Dizon. I was born in the Philippines, and I lived there until I was almost 8 years old when my family decided to relocate to the United States. We first moved to Marion, North Carolina, and then we moved to Hickory, North Carolina a few years after that. And that is when I first heard of Davidson College through my tennis teacher at the YMCA. She had two sons graduate from there, and they loved the place, she loved the place, so she was, of course, talking about it all the time. And I was curious, and I asked more questions, and everything she told me sounded wonderful, so I decided my senior year to visit it myself, and I immediately fell in love with the college. When I visited Davidson, I fell in love with the culture. The students seemed really friendly. Even though it's a small campus, my parents and I totally got lost, and so we asked the student where to go, and they were just all very friendly. And I've heard about this close professor-student interactions, and it was just a very tight-knit group that I felt like I had to be part of it. When I first got my acceptance letter, it was, I believe, March 24th, and I read it and I started crying. One, because I was very happy about getting in and I couldn't believe it. Two, because I did not feel like I was going to be able to go. And it was a very sad moment for me knowing that I had been chosen to go, but I could not because the financial strains it would impose on my family. So for several weeks, I just had that burden on me, and it was horrible feeling that I couldn't go. But then one day my guidance counselor talked to me, and he was like, "Oh, the Davidson Trust, you can go, it'll help you, it'll give you scholarships and financial aid," and that solved the problems, and here I am. Without the Davidson Trust, I don't think I would have been able to attend Davidson. In fact, before we heard of the Davidson Trust, I was almost all set to give my decision and acceptance to a good state school, but it wasn't Davidson, and I was sad that I wouldn't be able to go. So when the Davidson Trust helped me out, I was very, very grateful. After I graduate from Davidson, I hope to go to a Southeastern Asian country, perhaps Japan or South Korea, and teach English. After I get more experience living on my own, I hope to apply to law school.